What is the number one secret to getting insanely strong? Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I thought I would chat with you guys and gals a little bit about this today. Really, the key is to do 1 to 3 reps. Okay, and when I say that, I don't mean that that's where all your training needs to be. This is where people make the mistake on that. Okay, they make a big mistake and they think, oh, we can just come in and do a bunch of triples and go home and everything will be good. Well, no, that's not what we're talking about. In fact, if you do too much of that, it's just going to beat you up. Right, it's going to beat you up. Stuff I've learned over the years the hard way to some extent, and I've done stuff like 10 sets of 3 and everything. But what I have found personally over the years, doing more than about 3 to 4 sets in a workout of anything in that rep range is actually problematic, especially if you're going to train with any sort of real frequency. But those singles, those doubles, those triples, those exercises, that is what will maximize your strength development. It will also kind of bias your training towards a little better myofibrillar growth. Okay, we need to be clear on that. And this is where you get your neural drive. But you do need to get jacked. And I think that that point has to be brought home over and over and over and over. And again, I get a lot of guys who are like, oh, we don't need the volume, we don't need the accessory work. But that's what they did at Westside, and they produced 100 world record holders. Okay, and you have to keep in mind, it's going to make your big lifts safer. In other words, you're going to have less overuse problems. If you're coming in and doing a bunch of accessory work or bodybuilding work to just get jacked, to just get big, okay? By the way, guys, you guys are watching me do this stuff. I'm 48 years old. I'm not some kid doing this stuff at this point, all right? This is a 500-pound box squat on a 12-inch box with no sleeves. Okay, so there's your context for some of this. Okay, you need to get big, but you need to get big to do this stuff. All right, now when I say working in the 1 to 3 rep range, I mean it needs to be clean lifts like this. Right, no cheating, none of that, no nonsense, just getting in and getting the work done. Same thing, those deadlifts were actually back off sets after my heavy single. Those are not actually super heavy triples for me. Okay. But again, right here afterwards, you see me then doing some speed work against chains. All right, come in and we do some doubles and things. All right, this is the idea. Doing a little bit of assistance work, a little bit of back off work, sometimes also fine for heavy explosiveness, but it needs to be with good form. Right, we need to do all this stuff this way, but the majority of your work should be volume. Right, you should be coming in getting big. And when I say volume work, I'm not telling you to do sets of 10 on the back squat. All right, it's not what I'm telling you to do. I'm talking about coming in and doing, some incline benching. I'm talking about doing some dumbbell presses. I'm talking about extensions. I'm talking about pull-ups, rows, reverse hypers, good mornings, leg machines, split squats, curls, lateral raises, overhead pressing, all this stuff, right? You need to get jacked. If you want to raise your strength ceiling, you do need to get jacked. And all that stuff is going to let you build the muscle. Everyone's like, but you can build muscle on the really heavy work. You can. But how much of it are you going to do? And you're going to still grow slower. If that's all you do, and you do enough of it that you can recover from it without getting beat into the ground, you're going to grow slower. Am I telling you you can't get bigger from a 3x3 bench press? No. In fact, you guys see me doing a clip here. And here me doing a triple on a bench. That was one of my 3x3s on a bench, 315. But I also did incline afterwards. Okay, did incline barbell afterwards, and then dumbbells. And dumbbells are sets of 12 plus. So again, you'll notice there I do like a 7 rep set on the incline. That's it. You'll see it up here in the clip from the same workout. Then you'll see me doing like a 13 rep dumbbell incline after. Same workout, right? We need to do all this volume. Need to do all this volume. In fact, I do like 12 sets for lats in the week. Pull-ups, different types of rows, and do curls and stuff after. All right? We have to do this stuff if we want to get strong without getting hurt. Okay, so you need to get big. You need to get jacked. You really need to train like a bodybuilder most of the time. All the best coaches have known this for a long, long time, at least the ones who have people lasting. Louis Simmons told you that. Matt Winning tells you that. How about Michael Hearn? He even tells you that. He does his power bodybuilding. Is Mike strong? Yeah. And he's jacked. He's crazy jacked. The dude has a ridiculous physique, let alone for his age. But then when he gets some weight on the bar, he can hang with me on the lower body, and on pressing, he just destroys me. The guy makes me look weak on pressing, but look at his chest and triceps. Okay, that's why. I can hang with him on lower body. I can't hang with him on the pressing. But you look at that size, that is why. Look at his arms, look at his chest. Okay, and he's injury-free. Now let that sink in. Watch a guy 50 plus years old, incline bench 405 with no injuries. That muscle is protective. Building all that support musculature keeps you from getting hurt, and it also keeps you from getting beat up. All that hypertrophy work carries over to your strength, but it doesn't destroy you. Okay, you need to be doing stuff like you're seeing me do here. I'm not going to come in and try to do 10 triples on the bench or 12 triples on the bench. Right? I'm going to do 3 triples, 3 heavy sets, and I'm done for the week. I'm not going to bench again. Do a bunch of rep work on the incline, though. Do some pullovers, do some flies, right? And build your chest through all these other methods. But to really maximize the strength itself, because you do need to get jacked like that, but to maximize the strength, you do need the heavy work. That is where the strength comes from. Like, that is how you peak out the strength that you have. It's also how you bias your training in a certain way to be denser, harder, better myofibular growth. You can start with those 1 to 3 rep sets. Start your workouts there. Then do all your hypertrophy work. It completely changes the nature of the workout from just pump work. Okay? Completely changes the nature of it. And again, there's debates on that, but a lot of researchers out there do kind of agree. They think that it's going to go further in that direction. We are eventually going to see real differences in myofibular versus sarcoplasmic ratios, and it's probably going to be from the heavy work. Okay, so we're biasing in that direction. Plus, it just makes your lighter work more efficient, right? Pre-activation. We get better muscle fiber recruitment from the rep work if we go heavy first. So this is really the key. It is starting your workouts with the really heavy work. And I don't mean heavy, you could do 5, 6 reps. I'm talking 1 to 3 rep range. And they need to be heavy. That is what's going to create that ability to move big weights. And it needs to be clean, good form on that stuff. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.